All right, so I've decided for my peoples, why not do a second video on Saturday? Why not? Because I got some information on the Economist 2017 cover, that magazine, from a YouTube subscriber who posted some, or I'm not sure if it was all of this or some of this in the comment section of my original video on that. I asked if, hey, can you want to do a Skype and talk about this? She said she can't, unfortunately, but she can type it obviously through email and give it to me that way. So she did. My mom, on the other hand, she did get back to me. She emailed me actually a couple of days ago and said, she's like, she's like, she's not really the one for the cards, but she said, like if you really want it done right, she knew someone, a friend of hers, Barbara or something. She said, I'm going to forward your email to her, because I basically just sent a screenshot of the cover. And she said, I'll see what my friend Barbara says about these whenever she responds. So hadn't heard anything back since this, but this person here did send me something. So she says, disclaimer, I am in no way a professional tarot card reader. I dabble for friends and for myself and always go with my intuition, which seldom fails me. I feel that the elite have stepped back and are in a wait-and-see position. The cards are their own, the reading theirs. Even they cannot change what has been foretold. I have always worked behind the scenes and wish to remain there. I have been actively researching the endless rabbit holes since 1997, resulting in life changes that were far beyond my own control. It has also been a spiritual awakening, something I wish for you eventually, but let me make myself clear. Religion is the ruin of man, and religion has forced mankind to not believe in their own power, their true loving connection to the other realms where we originated and where we will return one day. But that's another story for another day, and only if you're interested. I have a large research group. It's been active since 2001, and one that is quite into your daily commentaries. The group looks at all subjects, anything that is relevant to our existence or non-existence. If it needs debunking, it gets debunked. But oh, the mysteries of our world is what keeps us investigating and enthralled. The group is also my outlet to promote off-grid living and natural health. This information is just so you know me a little better, and if you are all intrigued or even have the time to check it out, the link to the group is below, where the information and insights are always free. In any case, here's my interpretation of the Economist cover. Do with it as you wish. I hope you find it hopeful as well as helpful towards your own understanding of the tarot. I'm just going down real quick to see. Yeah, it looks like a Yahoo users group, so I will go ahead and paste that user group link in the description box of this video. And just so everybody knows, my 1 or 2 videos ago, I did a video, I think it was on the Pizzagate thing, the pedophile thing, and I said in the description box, I'm going to post the link. I believe I said that. The link is in there, and I have people commenting, where's the video, where's the video? And that's it. It's in the description box. So, you have the video, and then right below it, like the little box that tells you what the video's about, that sometimes could be blank if no one puts anything in there. It's right there. It's a YouTube video. So just remember, that's where it's at. Now, Economist cover 2017. There are 8 cards indicating that they come from a position of authority or management. And while I read this, let me grab that background again real quick, just so I can have that up. Hang on. Okay. So here's the picture with the world in 2017. Planet Trump. We've got the 8 tarot cards: the Tower, Judgment, the World, the Hermit, Death, the Magician, Wheel of Fortune, and the Star. And of course, the background is of the cosmos, outer space. But so let's get on with what she says here. There are 8 cards indicating that they come from a position of authority or management. 8 also represents the power that springs from within that enables the accomplishment of goals. All the cards are from the major arcana, which represents what happens to us rather than what we do. All the cards are upright, indicating that the standard meanings should apply. Normally, when getting a reading, there needs to be a statement regarding why the cards are being drawn. In this case, because the Economist Magazine is presented from the elites and the cover always shows what they intend to see unfold during the calendar year, we can safely assume that the cards are here to show the non-elites what will transpire. Typically, the first card represents the tone of the reading. Because the magazine is English, we can assume left to right, top to bottom reading. Thus, the tone is set by the Tower card. So the Tower card represents structures that have been built that need to come down. This is a card of upheaval and the only trump card in the deck that deals specifically with worldly structures. It is a very powerful card of change that is rooted in man not following the rules. Institutions are destroyed and will never be the same again. The lifestyle that man has felt will be changed forever. It will also it also represents the freedom that we feel when we're released from a false belief system. Thus, man's belief systems and long-standing institutions are in play. That's an interesting comment. Number one, the Webbot is talking about this for a long time. Religion is going to be exposed. It'll ultimately get thrown out, so to speak, at least in its current format. What was the other comment? The buildings, where it said these institutions will be destroyed and will never be the same again. I can think of the worldwide too big to fail nonsense rotten banking system. As I just said, we got 2 new banks now, JP Morgan and Citigroup, on the top of basically the crap list of systemically important but yet dangerous. And when they're on this list, you should be worried a little bit, that list. Again, you see the card, it's splitting in half. Is this also a sign we're going to see another event? I remember anyone that followed, I can't think of his last name, Jonathan, hold on. I almost said Jonathan Kahn, it's not him. Jonathan something. And this guy is huge, return to Jesus, had an awakening, born again, whatever, something or another. But it's still done some research that was pretty interesting. And he showed all the dollar bills, the $10, the $20, the $50, you fold them the same exact way. It showed 9/11, it showed the Pentagon, it showed all the stuff. And the only one that hasn't happened yet, it appears to be the Hoover Dam cracking and being destroyed. And funny enough, or not really funny, the Hoover Dam, if you walk over there, there's some kind of like satanic symbolism right there on the dam, where people can walk. We walk across the top. Statues and some weird things over there. So that's interesting. But at the same time, you have these movies that come out that have shown that dam, by the way. One of them being Transformers. There's other movies that show that dam being destroyed. And as well as the Golden Gate Bridge. It's another one they keep putting in front of us. But I just want to throw that out there when I see this, But I do see it kind of makes sense, almost like that religion, the Catholic Church, maybe it's splitting, etc. So she says typically the cards that follow have supportive roles on the theme. Hang on. All right, let me try that again. Typically, the cards that follow have supportive roles on the theme that gives details, and the last card might be a final outcome. Thus, what supports this drastic change? So that's interesting. We have this, cloud, dark cloud, lightning bolt striking this. The building itself on the Tower card has a cross on it, right on the front door. If you can, or above the front door. See, I can't show you with my mouse, but you can see the cross right above the door. And then, of course, you got two religions fighting in the background, this lightning bolt from the top, cracking it, setting on fire. But the last card is the star with the comet flying by. I don't necessarily take that as, something from space is going to hit this tower and, no. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Number 2, Judgment. This card signifies a completion and new lease on life. Depending on the choices that we have made in life, it is now time to reap the positive or negative rewards. It represents the opportunity that is at hand when the slate can be wiped clean for a new start. In the end, this card teaches us that we are ultimately responsible for our own actions and that we cannot get away from the consequences. So I hear that, and then I see the name of the thing on the magazine here, Planet Trump. Are they saying that, again, this wasn't supposed to happen as far as they wanted, but it is happening, and the elite recognize it, and they're just going to have to go with the flow and let Trump, come in and hopefully fix things? I'm not sure what to take of that. All right, so number 3, this is the realization of a goal, which is just the world card. The world, this is a realization of a goal. It is the ultimate conclusion of the fool's journey, thus the ultimate start of a new journey. The items in the sky seem to represent knowledge, history, art, religion, people. The world generally represents all 4 elements of our experience. Number 4, the hermit. The hermit teaches us that everything comes in its own time and it cannot be forced. It is having the will to wait in silence until the time is right. From the artist, it looks like there are global initiatives that are not finding this time to be correct. The earth is not unified or, cracked. There is a movement at foot. Number 5, death. This is the card of transformation. Seated on a horse, it represents powerful, sweeping changes that will not be able to be reversed. This card typically has naked people on it, signifying that you will not be able to take your worldly things with you through this transition. The level of pain associated with the change is directly related to the amount of resistance to it. Number 6, the magician. This card is here to instruct us that there is a choice to make to start our journey. It represents a raw energy flow that could have an infinite number of outcomes. It represents the conscious-subconscious link that is the root of power if we so choose to bring it into play. The magician plays the role of being the trickster, or the one that shows you your options with no regard to the karmic consequences. Only a fool would blindly listen to the magician without thoroughly thinking and feeling out where your choice will take you. Number 7, the Wheel of Fortune. It is the one card in the deck that stands above the rest and that it cannot be challenged. It represents destiny. You were put in this situation. It is by grand design, yet it is a turn of events. From the artist, we see that different countries are bound to the wheel, suggesting that their situations will change. It is their fate. The final card typically expresses the final outcome or the perceived goal. Number 8, the star. This is the card of eternal hope. It is the belief in a better future. The star connects us to that part of ourselves that never gives up and is faithful. It is a bright card in a dark situation. The star promises the release from past difficulties and traumas. From the artist, we see that what could be faces of hope and a comet to amplify its power. So in a nutshell, reading from left to right, top to bottom, long-lasting institutions will come crashing down at the hand of the new ruler that plays the role of the judge. So I hear that, I think Donald Trump. The entire world is affected, and what was planned now sits in waiting for the right time. The transitions that we will be going through will not be reversible, and there are infinite possibilities for our next choice. There are still actions to transpire around the world that will radically change countries, and in the end, the energy that keeps us going will be a light in the darkness. It is a reading of hope through a change in fortune. Things that stand out to me. These are cards of actions that will happen to us. These are powerful inner change cards that affect the spirit of people or mankind. and it feels like the magazine has stepped back or retreated. So that would be a very good thing. That means the elite have recognized, just like Angela Merkel has just come out and said, literally, right after we hear this crap in America about the fake news and Google's going to do something about it and Twitter and everybody, we're going to stop these fake news sites and we're going to stop advertising on them because we don't want them pushing out fake news. And then there's this huge backlash from all of us, like Realist News, who would definitely be considered fake news according to these people for exposing them. And we come out and we say, oh, whoa, wait a minute, fake news, wait, what about this? What about when CNN did this? What about MSNBC? What about this one? What about that one? What about weapons of mass destruction? Whoa. That's major fake news. What about that? How about this video we all saw, maybe you did or didn't, in Syria somewhere not too long ago, like a few weeks ago, and it shows these Middle Eastern dude walk up to a car, sets an explosive in it, gets back in his car with his friend, and they take off. The car explodes. Moments later, just a few moments, a van pulls up, guys get out, people get out, lay on the floor like they're hurt, they just got blown up, they're hurting. Another little ambulance van comes up, starts picking the injured up and puts them away. All on CCTV security camera footage. So they just faked the whole thing. And you know that's the kind of stuff they put in front of you and I. Oh, look at this poor little girl filled with dust all over her face. Oh, she was inside this building when it collapsed. Oh, wait a minute, that building collapsed a few months ago. They just brought her over there for the photo opportunity. Oh, you mean that fake news. Exactly. So Angela Merkel has now come out. We need to do something about this. It's fake news over here in Germany, too. We can't have these, sites and people on the internet giving out news, is essentially what she was saying. Because it goes against the status quo. They've now, not by choice, had to, by force, relinquish their power over information we see. How is that so? This little thing called the internet. This other thing, part of the internet called social media. The ability for me to post something right now and hit the click button, submit, and someone across the world practically instantaneously will see what I just posted. I could tweet, I could Facebook, I could do whatever, and someone else can see it. And then they can take it, give it to someone else, share it to their followers, whatever. That's the problem. How do you combat that without taking the whole entire internet down? Maybe these people have realized, not by choice, by force, these people know all about us. They're exposing us left and right. And with Pizzagate and the last pedophile thing, guys, we better back off in a hurry. Get that 2017 Economist Magazine cover up like yesterday. Let's put that thing out there. We're backing off. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Whether they do or not, and let's assume that they do back off somehow, I can't help but to feel, and some of you who remember, I'm going to reference something that some of you may not remember or have ever heard of. The 3D crop circle is the most incredible crop circle I've ever seen in my life, I think. It happened many, many, many years ago. And it was a picture of the ET with the big head, the big eyes, holding a disc in his hand that had, that had binary code. In the simple deciphering of the binary code said, what was the full thing? Beware of something like beware of the. Matter of fact, let me find it. I don't want to misquote this because this is interesting, and I'm gonna end my video with this because I like it so much. All right, so here's the picture, just real quick. If you want to just see it on the top left, it was a very large crop circle. I mean, look at this thing. You tell me someone went out there and stepped on some board and wood and created this three-dimensional thing in a field. Are you kidding me? And this disc in its hand with this binary code. It's got these 3 stars over here on the left. Whatever. So scroll down. Here's the message. Beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. And here's the part that I wanted to talk to you about. Much pain, but still time. So I take that as there's going to be some painful things coming, but ultimately it's for the good. But it's not going to be fun. It's going to hurt. Okay? Damaged word, not world, word. Much pain, but still time. Damaged word. And that means, I'm assuming they couldn't figure out what it was. Maybe they didn't decipher it right. There is good out there. We oppose deception. Conduit closing bell sound. So, what does that mean? I don't know. But that was in 2002. It says August, analysis update August 2002. Well, it was a 2002. It happened in 2002 as well. So I'm not sure what month, but it also happened in 2002, which is an interesting time because September 11th, 2001 was just before this, right? What are they trying to say? Beware the bearers of false, what is that word? False gifts and their broken promises. We will see. I know that much. But I'm not taking a chance and hoping that everything should be peachy and lovely because, again, I'm watching things every day. What I'm seeing every day and the things I'm reporting to you every day doesn't exactly coincide with a peaceful transition to the next 1,000 years of peace or anything. There's much pain, but still time, I think. And because of that, that's why I've been stacking my precious metals, food storage, etc. So that's it. Take care.